So, guys, there is tension as I'm currently making this particular video that Nnamdi Kanu's doctor has been arrested by the DSS. Remember that Nnamdi Kanu has been complaining about a whole lot of ill health that he's been suffering, that his heart is, beating fast, that he has a whole lot of, things that he needs to attend to. And one of the reasons why he was actually seeking for bail during the court process last year within the Federal High Court before the court of Justice James Omotosho is because of his ailment and sickness and all that. And the DSS had to go and bring a medical report that contradicted what Nnamdi Kanu's private or personal doctor reported. And this actually raised a whole lot of tension in the court. If you remember this particular scene last year, and the federal and the judge Justice James Omotosho had to tell the National Medical Association to bring an independent medical field to actually assess as Nnamdi Kanu. Now that same lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu is the one that the DSS apprehended today because something fishy is actually going on. Nnamdi Kanu's brother being Katuta Kanu made a post raising the alarm, and a lawyer Jimako equally raised the alarm how the DSS apprehended and arrested Nnamdi Kanu's doctor. Let me read in proper context because something sinister is happening. People are asking, is Nnamdi Kanu even okay? Because what are they trying to do to this particular man? Are they trying to force him or compel him to write a medical report that is not true? Then Nnamdi Kanu might actually die or probably suffer in the Sokoto correctional facility. Because tell me why you are arresting a medical practitioner that actually did his job secretly without people's knowledge. So Nnamdi Kanu's brother said, as you can see on the screen, that Professor Emeritus Martin Ahaji, who is a medical expert who issued independent health reports for Nnamdi Kanu, was reportedly arrested at his Enugu residence on July 3rd, 2026. Statement of arrest. That Professor Emeritus Martin Ahaji, Enugu, Nigeria, reports indicate that security forces arrested Emeritus Professor Martin Ahaji at his home in Independence Layout, Enugu State on July 3rd, 2026. That Professor Ahaji recently provided independent medical assessments regarding the health status of Nnamdi Kanu. These independent findings directly challenged the official medical reports presented by the Department of State Services, being DSS. Call to action. Nnamdi Kanu's brother is actually calling making a call to action that we urgently call upon the following organizations to intervene, being the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, the Nigerian Bar Association, and the civil society organizations, CSOs, and human rights groups, and demands enforce rule of law and ensure strict adherence to constitutional due process and protect professionals, stop the intimidation of experts, providing objective analysis and guarantee safety, secure the immediate release and safety of Professor Ahaji, and medical and legal professionals must remain free to speak truth without fear of state retribution. This is what Maswell Parabin Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer actually signed, and this statement was released by Nnamdi Kanu's brother, being Kanuta Kanu. But this goes a long way to question what is actually going on. What is even the health status of Nnamdi Kanu at that particular Sokoto correctional facility? Because since this is his independent or personal doctor, so why is the DSS arresting him? Like I said earlier, something fishy is going on. In developed countries, you dare not touch such people. The security agencies do not have any single right to touch those people. When this case was brought up last year during the court section, Nnamdi Kanu was complaining bitterly. And this medical report came out that he has a whole lot of medical issues to attend to. Nnamdi Kanu even told the court, led by Justice James Omotosho, that he should allow him to get medical treatment from any hospital within the country that is being recommended. He's not running away, he's not jumping bail. This is a matter of health. But Justice James Omotosho, because of his inherent hatred against Nnamdi Kanu, because he already wanted Nnamdi Kanu to perish, so he didn't actually grant him that bail on that particular head grant. Rather, he said that Nnamdi Kanu is okay, that nothing is actually happening to him, that he is fit to stand trial. So now that the DSS has actually gone to arrest his lawyer, that means something fishy is actually going on. What is actually happening to Nnamdi Kanu? Is he happy? Is he healthy wherever he is now? How sure are we that he is fit? Because arresting his personal doctor means something is going on. Do they want to compare the doctor to say or probably agree to their own medical report. Remember, the DSS equally brought their own medical report to the court, telling the court that Nnamdi Kanu is hale and hearty, that there is nothing wrong with Nnamdi Kanu. Why Nnamdi Kanu's personal and private lawyer is saying that something is wrong with this particular man? He has a whole lot of low potassium, and his heart is beating fast or palpitating. A whole lot of medical conditions he needs to attend to. But the DSS adamantly refused, saying that Nnamdi Kanu is hale and hearty, and Justice James Omotosho bought the idea. So they are calling on the National Nigerian Medical Association and the Nigerian Bar Association and all that to come and actually caution the DSS, because this is an infringement on I don't know, it's an insult on the medical profession, because how can the DSS arrest somebody without any criminal offense just because the person provided an independent medical report that contradicted what you brought, and you believe that the best thing to do is to apprehend the person? It makes no sense. And I believe that the United States and other developed countries should actually look into this. Remember, yesterday I did a video telling you guys how the United States Congress is telling the Nigerian government to follow due process in the trial of Nnamdi Kanu. But you could see that the Nigerian government has no intentions of following due process. Their due process is all about intimidation. Because tell me why you're intimidating this medical doctor. Follow due process, and they don't want to follow the due process. They would want to intimidate him, intimidate Nnamdi Kanu, intimidate his, a team of lawyers, intimidate his, anybody that is close to him. It absolutely and literally makes no sense. This is not how a country should be run. Let the rule of law prevail, because the Nigerian government has seen that they don't have anything against this particular man. So what they are trying to do is to forge and forge and forge. I remember when the DSS brought a document that Nnamdi Kanu, signed a document and all that. At the end of the day, there was a video evidence showing that Nnamdi Kanu, as a matter of fact, was even compelled to sign that particular document that made Justice James Omotosho to be handicapped, and Justice James Omotosho gave victory to Nnamdi Kanu in trial within trial. Because then the DSS was forcing Nnamdi Kanu to sign a document even in the absence of his lawyers. And they came and brought that particular document, and Nnamdi Kanu agreed to this, and that Nnamdi Kanu said it's a lie, that he did all those things under pressure. And thank God there was a video evidence, and that's the only saving grace that made Nnamdi Kanu to win that particular trial within trial during the court of Justice James Omotosho. So now that the DSS have started their antics again in arresting a medical expert or professional, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. So the necessary agencies, bodies and associations and groups should caution the DSS. This is an overreach. You don't do such thing. Rather, if you have any case against anybody, sue the person. Take the person to court, other than apprehending him secretly, thinking that nobody will know. Well, fingers crossed, we're going to see how things unfold and how the civil groups and medical groups are going to respond or react to this particular affront. See you guys later. Do get to subscribe to our channel if this is the first time, and click on the notification button. See you guys later in my next video.